It's Miss Renee, and welcome back to Mukbangs and Money. Yeah, so I am so excited. I didn't want some barbecue, so look what I did. Barbecue. Nikolas barbecue. Right here in Southfield, Michigan. Nikolas. Yes. I went to Nikolas the last time, and I usually just get the ribs and shrimp, but last time I went, I tasted they pork chops. Oh my goodness. They fry their pork chops in like a batter, kind of like you do with the fish and chips. And when I tell you these pork chops is on point, that is exactly what I mean, Bookie. So they give you this big ignorant piece of Texas toast, which I only take the middle part out and eat the middle part because that's the only part I like. I don't really eat bread, so mac and cheese. You get one hot side, you get one cold side to every dinner. I didn't want coleslaw, so I got their pasta salad, shrimp, ribs. So let's say grace and dig in. Let me get my thumbnail. Thumbnail. Okay. Lord, thank you for this food that I'm about to receive for the nourishment of my body. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay, so I hope my phone don't ring because somebody was supposed to be calling me back with something, and I'm waiting on that too because, yeah. Hopefully I don't fall asleep after this because that's usually what happens. After I work, come in and eat, take off my clothes, go lay down. But it's only like 4 o'clock on a Saturday and I'm out of the shop early. So, yay. So I kind of wanted to do something, but my husband is at work. My kids are at their grandma's house. So I'm like, what am I doing? But there's a couple of things I can get into. So let's see how this goes first. You know, have you ever went to a restaurant and their food is just always good, and then you just go one day and it be like, that's not what I'm used to? Like, what is that? Like, what's this? I don't know. I guess it depends on the cook. Because, like, I don't usually get macaroni and cheese, especially 2 starches. Oh, I never. Usually I get 2 vegetables. But I didn't get the greens like I usually do because I got greens in the refrigerator and didn't feel like heating them up with this meal. So I got the macaroni and cheese. But that macaroni and cheese ain't hitting right now. So, you know, we funny about our macaroni and cheese now. It's got to be good. So let's see what this rib talking about. It looked dry on one side. And sauced on one side. So let's see. Let's see how can we take this and open that there right on up. Open that there right on up. So I've gotten to the point where I don't really like my ribs all that saucy. They give you barbecue sauce. I've been watching like grill masters and stuff on TV where you be seeing how they inject their ribs and the different rubs and stuff. You know, back in the day, we didn't use no rub. You put some salt and you soak them things in some vinegar and you went somewhere and sat down. Most of our flavor came in the sauce. We were more, you know, worried about how the sauce tastes. But nowadays, if you season your rib good enough, you don't need no sauce. Very little sauce. So, sometimes I be in the mood for that fall off the bone type of rib, but sometimes I like a firmer rib too, because I was watching on Pit Masters that you can't overcook a rib. See, I personally didn't think you could overcook a rib, because to me, the more tender, the better. If you take that rib and just sweep it right off the bone, I'm fine with that. I like that, because I done seen a lot of tough ribs too that you can't eat. Like, did you expect me to chew this? Then you got the rib that's perfectly in the middle. It ain't too soft and it ain't too tough. It's just right there in the middle. And that's what I think this is. They got these ribs timed. These ribs is timed. We need to put some 2 times spicy sauce on some ribs. And go to town. I still ain't drank all my big gulp from the other day. All right. Got my cocktail sauce. Let's try these scrimps. Now, with cocktail sauce, I just don't think it's something that you have to like over dip. Like, you don't even need to dip the whole thing. Like, it just should just be like a light little taste on it. Like, don't over dip. Don't over dip. Mm-hmm. Shrimp on point. I just want to taste some of the pork chop before I drench it in hot sauce. It's like, it's got the same batter on this that's on this. It make you seem like you about to eat a piece of shrimp until you bite in it and find out it's a pork chop. And when I tell y'all, like I said, they got this timed out because when I say they pork chop is not tough at all. It's almost like they roasted it first and then fried it, because I don't know. I'm telling you, I never buy pork chops when I go out because they always tough. Like, I'm just tired of doing it. Like, I have went out and bought pork chops from different places and was so disappointed that I just stopped. What else? Salmon. So disappointed. Bought some salmon one time. Paid almost $20 for a meal. The salmon was so dry. So somebody told me that was my fault because you ain't supposed to buy salmon from a steakhouse. Maybe not. But if you're gonna sell something, you need to learn how to cook it. It's even crispy a little bit. It's very tender. It has a very good flavor to it. I would have never thought to cook pork chops in a batter, because you would think that the batter would burn because it takes so long for the pork chop to really get done, but they must deep fry these. where they can cook them quick. Because they all the way done and they're still golden brown. Same color as these. And they're not tough at all. Okay, Nikolas. So if y'all in the Southfield, Michigan area, stop by Nikolas on Telegraph near 10 Mile. Get you a pork chop sandwich. This one that I got, it's like a combination dinner. I chose ribs, pork chops, and shrimp. They have all different combinations that you could choose from. You could have chose ribs, chicken, and shrimp, fish, ribs, and pork chops. I mean, they got so many different combinations to choose from. Okay. This thing on pork chop. I forgot how good it was. Whew. Anyway, yeah. I do have a subject for today. I told y'all the last time I talked to y'all that we was going to talk about having faith and how important it is to being successful. I'm gonna tell y'all, I really, really love this YouTube thing because it's saving me a lot of money from going to therapy. Because I can just stare at this camera and talk about what I want to talk about. However long I want to talk about it and everything. My sauce. My sauce. So if you've been following me, you know that I moved into a new salon. Really nice salon, upscale salon. And I'm paying double the rent. So I'm paying double, well, maybe triple the rent that I was paying before. Yesterday, I had like 3 or 4 people cancel on me. On a Saturday. That's what I be talking about. How hair is up and it's down. 1 minute you on, and the next minute you're trying to figure out how you're gonna get some bills paid because people done canceled on you. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. It took me years to understand what that really meant. I read that over and over again as a little girl. And I'm like, faith is the evidence of things hoped for? It means that faith is the thing you have before you get the thing you want. And it's a necessary requirement to getting the thing that you want. I don't necessarily believe that you get the thing you want without having the faith for it. First. You have to see yourself in it. Well, it all starts with the desire to want it. Everybody have a desire for something, but everybody don't get it. A lot of people want something so bad, so bad, so bad, so bad. I want that so bad. But never get it. I'm talking about you could want something so bad. You could want to be in a relationship so bad. You could want to be married so bad. You could be wanting to move so bad. You could be wanting a new car so bad. You know, but unless you got the faith to believe you could get it, it stays at the wanting stage. Once you actually believe that you can have something, That's when faith comes in. It's a 4-step process. You desire it. You believe that you can get it. You have the faith for it. And then you acquire it. Now let's break down what faith means in essence. Because it's not just a word you say. And it definitely just ain't a feeling that you feel. When you have faith, you act on it. Your legs move. Your lips move. Your arms move. You don't just say, I wish my dishes was washed. I sure do wish my dishes was washed. First comes desire. I want my dishes washed. That's the desire. Second comes the belief. Well, I'm here. My kids is here. Somehow, them dishes gonna get washed before the end of the night. I believe they will get washed before the end of the night because I mean, it's circumstances to corroborate that. I'm here, my kids here, my husband here. Between the three of us, somebody gonna wash dishes. That's belief. And then here comes the faith. The substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. Faith is actually calling one of your kids in the room and saying, hey, go wash them dishes. Can you wash the dishes tonight? Well, Mom, I'm busy with a school project. I can't do it tonight. Can you ask Tina? So you call Tina in the room. Because you know, the first act of faith don't always work. Just because the first act of faith didn't work, that don't mean the answer is no. It just means you got to continue to have faith. Tina, go in there and wash them dishes up right quick. You think you can hit them dishes for me real quick? Mom, I'm on the phone. Can you ask Dad? Okay. Second act of faith. Didn't work out. Do you quit? Do you lose faith in the fact that there's a possibility that the dishes could be washed even though the first two people told you no? Is this the point where you lose faith because your first two attempts did not work? Is this the point where you give up? Is this the point where you say God is not real and He not gonna do it for me, and I done tried it, and you know, I just take 2 steps forward to get thrown 3 steps back, and I done tried, I'm tired of trash, and this, that, and the other, and you know, we only gonna try so many times before we give up, right? And not that your faith wasn't real the first 2 times. It's just that 3rd time, you lost faith. Your faith diminished down to nothing, and you let the fact that you failed the first 2 times keep you from trying again. I have attempted to own a salon twice. And not even like a big salon. I'm talking about like a little suite. I have attempted maybe 3 times. I think it's maybe 3 times I have attempted to own my own salon. And each time, it didn't work out. So this time is my 4th time. And the memories of the fact that it didn't work out the first 3 times, they kind of haunt me. They kind of lie to me and say, you know, you done tried this 3 times already and it didn't work. What makes you think it's gonna work this time? Look, you got 3 people who called off your books today. I told you this was about to start happening. I told you wasn't gonna make no money. You gonna move out to this place and you just gonna look stupid in front of everybody. This is what your thoughts tell you if you let them. And you know what? I don't even care how this looks to people. And the reason why I don't care how this looks is because I'm helping somebody. I am being transparent in how I feel and the things that's happening to me because, you know, we need one person in the world that's just going to tell the truth about it. We need one person around us that's just going to actually say I'm scared or actually, you know, show some type of fear or emotions or be vulnerable in front of people because so many of us we're hiding behind this mask of everything is going to be okay when really deep down inside you crying. Soon as you close the door, as soon as you go in the bathroom, you bust into tears. You afraid, you scared, you don't know what you're going to do. And because there's no one else around you talking about what it's like to live in fear and anxiety, you feel like you are by yourself, but that's not true. I'm not saying that I'm living in fear, but I'm telling you, sometimes my thoughts take over me and I have to shake it off. Like, wait a minute, where my faith at? Where is my faith at? So, In the Bible, it tells you when you pray, you have to pray believing that God will answer. Not thinking, not maybe, not, okay, God is going to answer me based on my sin. You know, it tells you in the Bible that if evil people give good gifts to their children, then why wouldn't your Father who is all loving in heaven give good gifts to you? That he will not give you a stone if you ask for bread. So look at it like this. Just because your kids are bad as HE double hockey sticks, you still buy them clothes, you still give them food, you still let them go when they you know they ain't supposed to go. You let them use their phone, you let them use their game, you let them do all kinds of stuff that you know that they don't need to be doing because you know, whatever. But so God is saying, I'm like that too. I'm not even evil. My heart is not even evil. Y'all heart is evil, and y'all still give gifts and good things to y'all children. Why don't you think I'll give you something if you come ask me for it? So what I had to do was believe that. In the Bible, it says you have not because you ask not. So I said, okay, God, I'm going to call you on it. I'm going to call you on it and see what you're going to do. So that's what I did. I asked God to not let me fail this time, to let me flourish, to let me grow, to let me be successful in this spot to the point where I can go and move on to the next spot, to where that I don't have to close down shop in here and go back to where I used to be. I'm asking God, I'm praying to God to let that happen for me, to let me have enough walk-ins, to let me have enough clientele to sustain me and to keep me going. And after I asked him for that, I believed that he would answer my prayer. First, I had a desire for something. Then I had a belief for it. Now let me tell you where the faith comes in. The faith comes in with me passing out flyers. The faith comes in with me being to work every single day. How you gonna make money and you're not at work? People think because I own my own business that I could go to work when I feel like it. Actually, that is the furthest thing from the truth that you have ever heard in your life. You have to show up for work, whether you have clients or not. I could be making wigs. I could be studying another hairstyle. I could be practicing. I could be washing my tools and washing off my my appliances and everything. I could be cleaning my floors, emptying out my garbage. There is things to do just because you don't have a customer. You could be looking around at your inventory, making an inventory list. You could be calling customers, which is something that I've never done before. But who was that? Larry Bernstein or something? I saw a commercial where he says that the first thing he does before he starts his day is call a current customer, and he calls an old customer. He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. They handle all types of cases, you know. But I was like, that is so thoughtful. You know, that is so thoughtful. I thought about how I would feel if my phone rang and my lawyer from 3 years ago was like, hey, Miss Dunwoody, you know, I know, you had me as a customer a long time. I mean, you had me, I had you as a customer a long time ago. But hey, how did that settlement work out? Did you think we did a good job? Can I get some feedback from you about how our associates treated you? That would make, I mean, I would be like, and we ain't talking about you didn't have one of your little paper pushers do it. You didn't have one of your associates do it. This is Larry Bernstein saying that he himself, the CEO, the president, the big dog, the big seat, the big worm, big perm, calls personally to check up on a current customer and an older customer. I thought to myself, you know what? You should do that. Because I got a phone full of people who don't come to me no more, for whatever reason. People move, people, find other people or whatever. But it wouldn't even hurt for you to just call and say, hey, I ain't seen you in 2 years, girl. What you been up to? Well, I just called to see how you was doing. You was a customer of mine for a long, long time, and when you have customers, you build a relationship with them. You know about their kids, you know about they grandma, you know about they situations, you know about their baby daddy, you know about they husband cheating and acting a fool, you know about the sister they had a fight with. I mean, like, seriously, you get a relationship with these people because you do their hair for like 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And I want to know, hey, how your mama doing? How? And I think that people just appreciate that, even if they never come back to get their hair done. I think that it would just stick in their spirit like, wow, Renee just called me to check up on me. Not to see if I was going to come back and sit back in her chair. She genuinely just called to see how I was doing. But anyway, I done got way off the subject. Faith. When you have faith in something, you don't just wait for it. You do something about it. First, you have a desire for something. Then you believe that you can have it and that you can achieve it. Then here comes the faith. And faith is just not something that you feel or that you just have. Faith makes your legs move. Faith makes your lips move. It makes your arms move. It makes you act on the thing that you have the desire and the belief for. So it's an everyday thing. It's an everyday hustle. I got faith. I went out and bought $5,000. I got faith. I went out. I'm going to stand out in front of the stores and pass them out because I have faith. Now, I did pray and ask for God to bring me customers, but it don't stop right there. You got to give God something to work with. And when you give God something to work with, that's usually your faith. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I still got some food left for later. And I just want to say this to you because it's something that I'm going through. Most of the stuff that I talk to y'all about be stuff that I'm going through. So, God knows what you're going through. My advice to you is to pray and ask God for the outcome that you want. After you get up off your knees, believe that you will receive what you prayed for, and not because you deserve it. Stop thinking that you can do something to pay God to do something for you. There is nothing you can do. Anything God do for you, he do it because he want to and not because you deserve it. I don't care if you go to church every Sunday, you sing in the choir, you the director, you the nurse, you there 7 days a week, you the prayer warrior and everything like that. You still got sin in your life. You still sinning, which means can't nobody live to the point where they deserve to be blessed. Now, I really think I need to go down through there and clarify that, because that sounded kind of funny, because you can get in a position to be blessed. You can, be obedient, and God opens windows and opens doors because of your obedience. But I just want to say this and clarify this, because I do know that sin gets in the way of believing God. And I let my sin get in the way of believing God for a long time, or acting on God, or having faith in God for a long time, because I was so ashamed of my sin that I felt like God wasn't going to listen to my prayers. I felt like it wasn't no reason to pray. I felt like it wasn't no reason for me to go to church because I sinned so much. But you know what? Now I do not let my sin get in the way of my relationship with God. I just say I'm sorry. I just repent every single day. Every single day I wake up in the morning, I ask God to forgive me for the sins that I committed that previous day. If God woke me up this morning, that means he gave me another chance, which means I used my chance, which means I have faith in today, that today will be better than it was yesterday, and tomorrow will be better than it was today. And you know what? No matter how many times and no matter how much I sin yesterday, that ain't got nothing to do with today. And I'm starting today fresh. And I'm saying, God, I need your help. And forgive me for my sins, but I need your help. You said if I come to you for help, that you would help me. It is something that I had to build up in my spirit, because I let my sins and the things that I was doing make me feel like God wasn't going to save me, that he wasn't going to heal me, that he wasn't going to protect me, that you might as well not ask him for nothing, because you sin too much. You sin so much, God ain't going to do nothing for you. God ain't going to bless you. God ain't going to do nothing for you. But, that was the enemy just, talking me in my ear and talking me down like that. And he did a good job for years. He really did. And God kept me anyway. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. God kept me anyway. Even when I wasn't praying, even when I wasn't going to church, even when I was doubting him, even when I was letting the devil win and whisper and tell me how bad I was and how bad of a person I was. I'm telling y'all, when I wasn't even asking God to keep me, he still kept me. So what do you think he'll do if you ask him for something? Guess you have to try it and see, huh? Well, what I'm trying to do is give an account and basically put my life on record, because I'm gonna make it. I don't know how. I don't know when. I have no clue about nothing. All I have is faith. All I have is belief. I don't have any, well, not too many. I got a few signs that I'll make it. Preferably, the biggest sign that I'll make it is that I've made it. I'm gonna let y'all stew on that one. The best sign that I have from God that I'm gonna make it is that I done made it. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all do not hear me. That's the biggest sign that I got. Because I shouldn't have made it. I wasn't going to church. I was smoking weed. I was drinking. I was getting high. I was partying. I shouldn't have made it. I shouldn't have made it. I wasn't even thinking about God. Didn't have God on my mind. Not all the time. Sometimes I did. But I still did what I wanted to do. And I did it for years. And he still brought me through without a scratch. I done got through a lot of stuff that other people would have died doing without a scratch. That's how I know. That's why I continue to have faith. That's why I continue to hold on, and that's why I continue to have hope, because he did it before. He'll do it again. Same God right now, same God back then. All right, y'all, Miss Renee is up out of here, saying to y'all, don't let go and don't quit. Hold on. Have the desire, have the belief, have the faith, and watch it come. In the next video, y'all. Peace.